Good morning on this Monday. I'm Nikki Stanzione.
And I'm Kristen Van Dyke.
And this is New Mexico style, and I am in full folk art Polynesian princess gear.
All right.
Yes, because artists from around the world converged in Santa Fe this weekend for the Santa Fe International Folk Art Market, and honestly, it was truly something to behold. I mean, absolutely incredible. Artists from Latin America, Mexico, India, Africa, Europe, Asia, the Middle East, more than 50 countries in all were represented, and we were invited to that preview party, and I've got a few pictures from the evening so I can show you. This is one of the things, of course. Our producer got this for me. I love this. Okay, now see this. Now this is from an artist in Haiti. Take a look at that photo. Take a look at what you're seeing on the screen. This is a work of art made from steel drums. Okay, that's how they make it. That's the material they use. And if you notice, this is a picture of the hurricane. The hurricane from Haiti. Look at how they're being blown backwards.
Yeah.
Look at the palm trees, how they're swaying back. I thought it was just such an incredible piece of art that had to be shown because it just blew me away, literally blew me away. I mean, when he was talking about how they made this. And now this is a mermaid, and there's a bunch of mermaids and a bunch of stories about the mermaids. And in the story they were telling us, the mermaid captures a regular human man, and for one night of his life, she takes him down under the sea with him, and they have a night of love and bliss, and then she literally takes his breath away, and then he dies, and she has their merbaby.
Wow.
Controversial.
Yeah.
It's just an incredible story. Now, this is one of the live entertainment acts that were performing Friday night. This is an African group, and they had authentic African music, absolutely a beautiful spectacle as the sun was setting. And, you know, it was a nice time of day, you know, because it wasn't as hot. So you could see everybody kind of gathering around as the lights were coming up. It was just amazing to see these people just merging together from all these different places. And look at that sunset from that Museum Hill. Isn't that gorgeous, Kristen?
Beautiful, yeah.
Oh my gosh, I mean, you get just such a feeling of New Mexico, and to think that all these people come from the whole world to be there. Now this guy, he is incredible. He does this glass blowing, and he takes the different metals, they put them in a burner. They basically burn the glass, and each piece is so different because of the way it melts into each other. So the copper and the gold melting together, and there's everything from goblets to wine glasses to little bells. I mean, just everything. And there's so much pride in each of these artists' work, the way they talk about their work and the stories behind them. Just absolutely incredible. And of course, the little kids all dressed up and got into the zone of, isn't that cute? And they were so cute. Oh, they were running around, playing, you know, learning what was going on. And every single artist was so excited about educating the customer and explaining to them why each piece was what it was and where it all came from. So
yeah, very fun. It sounds like you had a good time. Yeah,
it was good. Thanks for letting me share that, and thanks to Claire, of course, who you know, and Judith, who was on the show last week talking about it. We really appreciate them letting us be a part of that magical night. So it was a great weekend all around. Yeah,
it was a good weekend.
Yeah, did you do anything special?
I had some friends' birthdays over the weekend.
Yes.
Celebrated that, and just kind of relaxed.
That's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Relaxing is everything. Actually, I stayed at the Loretto, and they were on our show last week, the Inn and Spot Loretto.
Yes.
Let me tell you, it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to be there. My room was spectacular, the pool was incredible, the food at Luminaria. So A+. So you'll have to go. You'll have to come next year with me to the folk art market. It was really a wonderful, wonderful experience. And I know someone else who got a chance to relax this weekend. Let's check in with KRQE News 13 anchor Elizabeth Alvarez with this morning's headlines. Good morning, Elizabeth.
Hey, good morning, ladies. Well, my weekend wasn't as exciting as yours, Nikki, but no, I definitely had a very nice and relaxing weekend. Did go out to dinner with friends, some coworkers here from the station on Friday night. We celebrated Sarah Davis's birthday. She's over there sitting busy working away, so that was a lot of fun. No, it was, all in all, it was a good weekend.
Good.
So good morning to you at home. We begin this morning talking about New Mexico farmers. Guess what? Apparently, they may not be growing as much red and green chili this year. Experts say this is mostly in the Hatch and Mesilla Valley regions. Well, the U.S. Department of Agriculture won't have exact figures out until next spring, but chili farmers are already saying that they may not be growing as much this year. The reasons why: competition, labor costs, and other expenses like water irrigation. Last year, New Mexico saw a slight bump in the amount of acreage harvested. Production reached an all-time high back in 1992. All right, just when you thought it was over, we are learning there are some new problems on lead and coal. After an 18-month-long construction project there, the landscaping is apparently now dying. Now, this is what the lead coal area looks like. By the way, this area was recently redone. I'm talking a little less than a month ago. The trees are now all showing signs of distress. The landscaping company contracted to beautify this project is already investigating. City officials say someone may be turning off the valves that feed water to the landscaping, among other things. Now, one piece of positive news here is that your tax dollars will not be used to replace the dead vegetation. The landscaping is under a warranty. This morning, the doors will officially open for patients at a new hospital in Rio Rancho. The new UNM Sandoval Regional Medical Center will open for patient care today at 9 a.m. That's just in 1 hour. The $189 million facility was complete earlier this month. It's a 72-bed hospital with state-of-the-art equipment and a full emergency and trauma room. The hospital hopes to employ more than 300 people. This morning, 2 candidates in New Mexico who are running for the U.S. Senate, Martin Heinrich and Heather Wilson, we now know will debate each other on KRQE News 13. Now, the debate is set for Thursday, October 11th at 6 p.m. Still a little bit of ways, but this is definitely a tough race and one everyone is going to be watching closely. Heinrich and Wilson have already spent more than $4.5 million on campaigning, and they still have almost 4 months until the election in November. All right, lastly, if you own a Ford Escape, listen up. There is a major recall in effect that you need to know about. Ford is recalling more than 8,000 2013 Ford Escape crossovers. Here's a picture of what these vehicles look like. The company says the carpet padding needs to be fixed so that it doesn't get in the way of you stepping on the brake. The automaker says dealers will remove the carpet padding and replace a console trim panel at no charge. Now, owners can call the automaker at this number of your screen. It's 866-436-7332. If you have any questions, just be sure to contact the dealership. And that wraps it up for your Monday morning headlines. Be sure to catch Matt Morrow, Kristen Van Dyke, and me on KRQE News 13 every weekday morning, dark and early, starting dark and early at 4:30 a.m. Ladies, I'm going to send it back to you.
Thanks, Elizabeth. Looking lovely in red, by the way.
Thank you.
I love that color.
Thank you, darling.
Happy Monday. All right, you know, we've been kind of talking about it, but it's all been kind of just on the edge of truth. We haven't been sure, but now we know. They are dropping like flies. On Friday, Jennifer Lopez made it official and announced she is indeed leaving American Idol.
Right. Lopez served as a judge for 2 seasons of Idol, of course. We all remember that. But she wants to get back into making music into movies, she says. And Aerosmith frontman Steven Tyler announced his departure last Thursday. So that just leaves one.
That means the show's judging panel is down to Randy Jackson. And now there are reports that he may even take a different role on the program. I don't know what that role is going to be. When we talked to him, remember, he said he'd be back.
Yeah.
He said, I'll be a judge. Oh, yeah, I'm not going anywhere. So I don't know.
That is strange. I mean, it's not going to even seem like American Idol anymore.
I know. It was enough of a change when they first started only 2 years ago. It's only been 2 seasons. And I think they finally got their niche. They got their groove. They got their rapport. And I think the audience has really grown to love them just in time for them to leave. And we want to mention that those preliminary auditions for season 12, which rolls out in January, are already underway. So producers better move fast to find those replacements. I wonder if Adam Lambert is going to end up being a judge.
I don't know. You never know. I mean, they're going to have to get somebody 2 spots open now. And
yeah.
Ryan Seacrest, you can't go anywhere because
no,
if you leave, then it's just definitely not going to be the same.
Then it's not Idol anymore.
It's not
I
Idol.
know J-Lo's embarking on that big world tour with Enrique Iglesias, so that might be part of why she just wanted to take it easy on the Idol. In the meantime, something that's not going away just yet, season 5 of Breaking Bad premiered last night, and if you can't get enough, you can hop on the ABQ trolley for the Breaking Bad tour.
That's right. News 13's Scott Daniels went along for the ride.
From the stunning shots of downtown to the fast-paced action sequences seen in the trailers, even using the Sandias as a backdrop for iconic scenes.
This isn't even $7,000. All right, my guy wants 85.
This is all the money I have in the world.
Breaking Bad on AMC has made the city of Albuquerque one of the show's signature characters. Its 5th and final season has just hit the small screen, starring its most popular stars, Bryan Cranston and Aaron Paul.
Right here. How are you? Please wear that.
People have been coming from all over the world to meet the show's biggest star, Albuquerque itself.
Congratulations on getting tickets, man. I mean, this tour sold out in minutes.
City residents snatched up all of the tickets for the first ever Breaking Bad tour.
We're always pointing out places that we know, and it's just really cool because it feels like we're a part of it too.
The trolley ride drove to memorable locations for the TV show in all four corners of the metro.
Combo dives right here to the right.
They were even surprised by Breaking Bad actor Stephen Michael Quezada. The trolley company owners said they wanted to do this because they're big fans too.
We started to get some folks that take our tour ask us about Breaking Bad a little bit more than normal with the season coming up. We decided we wanted to try to do a Breaking Bad tour.
Bryan Cranston, who stars as the show's anti-hero Walter White, knew it was just a matter of time before someone was going to capitalize in Albuquerque after the show's success.
I know people are coming to Albuquerque specifically to go on the Breaking Bad tour.
Scott Daniels, KRQE News 13.
And we want to mention that ABQ Trolley actually planned to do the tour just one time, but because it was so popular, it will actually continue for a few more weekends. Isn't that cool?
Right, and you know, tickets are selling pretty fast. We're told most of the tours are sold out, but you can keep trying, and hopefully with some more tours scheduled, you might be able to get in there.
Yeah, and we're very proud to say that Stephen Michael Quezada as well as Bryan Cranston have both been on our show several times, and you can always look up those segments and watch our interviews with them if you want to get to know them on a more personal level. You can check that out on our website at casa.com. They're not going anywhere.
and Giancarlo.
Yes,
Esposito. Yeah,
yes.
He's been on our show. He's a wonderful, wonderful guy.
Yes, unfortunately, we all know why he's not on this season, but he's doing rather well in real life, so that's a good thing. And if you are going on these tours, or you're doing any of these fun things around town, you know, the weather has been a little bit different. I mean, it's typical monsoon, right?
Yeah, you know, this weekend we kind of dried out. A lot of the moisture moved out over Arizona, but now it's moving back to New Mexico. So it's going to get a little unsettled this week. We're going to see more storms around than what we saw over the weekend. Let's talk about the weather now.